The Untold Adventures of Biao, Season 1, Episode 4. It was a full moon day. The moon was hanging in the air, both round and bright. Under the moonlight, from far away, a black shadow appeared on top of the mountain. It was looking at the moonlight and panting heavily. A little closer, it turned out to be an old woman with messy hair, looked like a monster crawling on the mountain. It was a scary scene anyone has ever seen. At the foot of the mountain, there were 3 people watching the old woman's movements. Those 3 were Mr. Gong, Biao, and Fei. Mr. Gong calmly sat under a tree to rest, ignored any matters. But Fei and Biao were attracted to the horrifying scene. Fei immediately asked, "Who is that old woman, and what the hell is she doing? Why are you asking me that question?" "How do I know? That old woman is the one in the neighboring village who just died not long ago. She was possessed by the black cat and turned out to be like that." According to what Mr. Gong said, the story was unraveled. After failing to take over Mr. Zhao's body, the black cat of Zhao's family went to the nearby village to control the body of that dead old woman. On full moon day, the demon cat would go to the top of the mountain to absorb the lunar aura. Thus, it would help the body not rot while also benefit in cultivating into a human. If we let it absorb the lunar aura for 49 days, I'm afraid that it will be no different from human. So we have to deal with it soon. Mr. Gong was tracing the demon cat a long time ago. This time was a rare opportunity to eliminate it and prevent it from harming the people. "You guys go up there, lure it down here and leave it to me. It's just a simple task." "Leave it to us." Mr. Gong assigned the tasks to 2 young men. Fei heard that the task was just luring that evil cat down, then thought this was a very simple task. But to Biao, it was different. He understands his dad so well. If the job was really that simple, there would be no way he brought 2 of them to a remote wilderness in the night like this. As Biao expected, Mr. Gong continued, "That old woman has been entirely controlled by the black cat. Now she is very fast, and her whole body is full of poison. Be careful not to touch it." Biao thought to himself, "I know it right away. There's no such a simple thing." Following his father for training in such a long time, Biao knew how dangerous it would be. So he kept reminding Fei to be especially careful, not to allow any carelessness. Any mistake, even just a tiny one, could kill them. The 2 boys carefully walked along the forest path and reached the top of the mountain, where the old woman possessed by the demon cat was. Biao laughed at Fei. "Why are you sweating so hard? Are you scared? I'm a real man indeed. Are these little things scare me? No way." The boys made a plan carefully. If they wanted to lure the cat, they must make it angry and followed them. In that case, they had to find a way to escape for themselves first. Just in case of being dragged into the dead end, there was still a way to survive. After found out a safe escape route, Biao began to tell his plan to Fei. The first half of the plan sounded good but contrary to the second one. "What should we do now, Biao?" "Now we have to go get a branch or stone and throw at it to get the attention. Then we follow the escape route we discussed earlier. However, but I'm so scared, I don't dare to do it." "You are so stubborn." "I'm not scared at all. Let me show you my courage." Fei knew that Biao tried to tease him again, then aggressively grabbed the stone and threw it at the demon cat. The old woman focused on absorbing the lunar aura, then was hit by Fei's stone suddenly. She immediately turned her head back and revealed a frightful face. Being disturbed, the old woman looked very angry. She continuously growled scary sounds. At that moment, the old woman's body grew a lot of black, plump hairs. The scene was disgusting. Fei saw the scene and was sweating like a shower, froze completely. When he turned his head, he found that Biao had run away for a long time. Biao. Look at it. It's so disgusting. Oh, this bastard. Why are you leaving me alone? You suck. Run away without telling me. Are you stupid? Don't you even think about running away? Or do you wait for it to tear us apart? Fei also dared not stay anymore. He immediately ran after Biao. Fei and Biao ran their best in the night. Even though their legs, body, and face were scratched by the branches causing bleeding, they didn't have time to think about it. The two just ran and ran along the path that they planned. The sound of the wind, the sound of the breathing, and the roar behind reminded them that the old woman was about to catch up. Damn it, it's so fast. Keep running, Fei. We are about to arrive. The two of them kept running and finally reached the empty lot as planned before. But as soon as they arrived, they could not see Mr. Gong. While the two were waiting impatiently for Mr. Gong, a shadow appeared in the forest that came out at a blistering speed. Biao discovered that it was the possessed woman. She was so fast and headed to Fei like a bolt of lightning. Biao thought it would be over. Fei would really go to greet his ancestors this time. But surprisingly, Fei's agility was not bad at all with such a rough body. Fei ducked lightly to dodge the evil cat's attack with Biao's astonishment. The evil cat knew that it was Fei who threw the stone and messed it up, so it kept targeting and attacking Fei. She attacked continuously and didn't let Fei any time to rest. Even though Biao always messed and fought with Fei, when he saw his friend being excruciated by a cat, Biao was so nervous. Biao looked around and had an idea suddenly. He ran quickly to a nearby tree, used his full strength to break a big branch. Fei was already exhausted at that time, but the old woman was still very vigorous, continuously attacking. Fei was almost pushed to a dead end. Out of sudden, Fei heard Biao yelled, "Hurry up to the left, Fei." Fei immediately followed, and Biao hit the old woman with the branch right away. Biao was brilliant. He knew that the old woman's body was poisonous. If touching her with the bare hand, he would definitely be badly injured. The old woman was attacked by the branch and restrained all movements. She would not be able to escape for a moment. Fei gasped and complimented Biao. "Well done. Finally, you can do something. Are you kidding me? I'm just saving your life." But Biao knew that this was only a temporary solution. If the old woman got out, their lives would be in danger. "Dad, where are you? If you do not appear now, there would be no one to take care of your old age." At that time, the old woman managed to get out of the branch. However, Mr. Gong also appeared behind it. "What are you calling out? Just a little patient that you don't have. How can you survive later? The youth nowadays are too weak." Mr. Gong stepped out from the dark. He held in his hand a steel wire with a sharp tip at the end. "Don't worry. Let it know the power of this kunai with chain. You boys, take a closer look and pay attention to learn it. Stop wasting your time doing nonsense things." This was one of the most powerful weapons of Mr. Gong, known as the kunai with chain. He holds the steel wire, swayed in his hand, and approached the old woman. Mr. Gong suddenly let go of his hand and threw the kunai straight with mighty force. That kunai with chain looked like an aggressive cobra headed straight to the old woman. Only hearing a popping sound, the sharp end of the wire was stabbed into the old woman's body. Seeing that, Mr. Gong quickly held the chain in his hand and swung back and forth to draw a few circles in the air. The old woman sensed danger and then turned around, wanted to run away. However, the chain now wrapped tightly around her. Mr. Gong quickly hung the chain back across a large tree branch, then used his force to pull one hard. The body of the old woman was hung from the tree. She kept making unpleasant sounds and looked weird. Mr. Gong was not in a hurry. He waited for a little longer until the old woman's body stopped moving and seemed like a usual corpse. Mr. Gong knew that the black cat already got out of the dead body. However, Biao felt worried because that black cat might possess another body. Therefore, leaving it free would definitely not the best solution. Biao and Fei asked Mr. Gong if there was any way to capture that demon cat. However, Mr. Gong seemed to be relaxed and looked at the forest. Biao looked at it as well and felt annoyed suddenly. The forest was pitch dark. It would not be simple to find that cat. However, Mr. Gong was in no hurry. It was not out of ways to find the demon cat in that dark forest. Mr. Gong took a step toward the forest. He said that he had foreseen this scenario before, so he invited one more powerful assistant. I have been prepared earlier. It can't escape from my hand. Mr. Gong put 2 fingers in his mouth and whistled loudly while standing facing the forest. After a while, there was still nothing happened. Finally, Biao could not stand anymore and asked, "Dad, can your assistant do it?" "Don't worry, just wait and see." Suddenly, all 3 of them heard the furious barking of dogs coming from the forest. The sound was coming from the forest. Mr. Gong said it seemed they found it. However, Biao and Fei could only see the rustling wind in the woods, yet to see any sign of that demon cat. Out of a sudden, a few shadows appeared from the forest. It was the black cat. It was cornered to a big rock nearby and had no way to escape. The black cat trembled in fear. A strangely shaped dog followed by ferocious dogs came out from the forest and surrounded the cat. That entire body of that dog was white and it had an extremely aggressive appearance. Moreover, there was a frightening lump on its forehead. The black cat could do nothing but shaking. That dog did not give the black cat a chance to escape. It went straight to bite the black cat at once like a bolt of lightning. The black cat cried out miserably. The cat's bones were bitten off by the dog. Biao and Fei heard that and had goosebumps. Just in a moment, the black cat was set in the white dog's mouth. The dog did not stop there. Instead, it looked at Mr. Gong, then headed into the forest. At this moment, Mr. Gong, who had been quiet for a while, began to speak. "My old friend, you can take away the body of that cat. But can you leave me its eyes?" The white dog with the lump on his forehead seemed to understand what Mr. Gong said. It turned to look at Mr. Gong. There was a fierce expression in its eyes. However, he finally left the eyes of that evil cat before disappearing into the forest. After all, the 3 also showed a bit out of fatigue. They were able to go home finally. Biao didn't understand why his father kept the cat's eyes and asked Mr. Gong, "Dad, why do you need that cat's eyes? Those are precious jewels that are not easy to obtain." Mr. Gong's answer made Biao so happy that he almost jumped. This jewel that was made by the eyes of the evil cat was a 1,000-year treasure. It is called the Stone of Spirit Cat's Eye. Burying the eyes in the ground for about 18 years, it would turn to be a shining jewel. The value of this jewel could be millions of gold up to the market at that time. Fei, you also have a share. However, this is the story of 18 years later. So let's think about it later. Now we should go home first. Dad, I'm your only son. How about you save it as your wedding gift for me and Zan Ni? Can you stop thinking about my sister all the time? Mr. Gong carefully stored the stone, not even paying any attention to Biao's reactions. Then 3 of them went down the mountain. By the way, that strange dog doesn't seem like a good thing. Don't say that. That corpse-eating dog saved our lives. What did you say? Did you say corpse-eating dog? Yes, that's right. It is the dog digging graves to eat the corpse.